What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only old world battle. This is the final episode of gameplay. I'm going to try and get to the end. I've already tried once and it crashed, but I think that was my fault. I did open the info addict, so we won't do that. And it's kind of worrying though, because obviously, you know, if I can't open them, the scoreboard winner results thing gets thrown out the window. But I think it's just because the term is still processing. But yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit longer than usual. Hopefully the same sort of stuff happens, because it was going a kind of cool direction the whole game. What was happening, there was some stuff that I'm sure you wanted to see, that hopefully, again, I got to 10,394 I think, so hopefully we see the same stuff happen again. It's pretty cool. One thing I did completely miss at the start of that video that is going on is Parthia here. They're going to make some more progress, hopefully. I mean, they'd made a lot more progress, but now they're going to have to do it all again, and it will see how that plays out. Obviously, we've got Vietnam, who might eventually take Shanghai. I've seen them do it once. We might see them do it again. Who knows? Finally, you know, you'll never believe me if they don't do it now. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. There was some other stuff that just broke out in, like, East Asia. But we'll see if we see that again now. We might do, we might not. We never know. Till it happens, we won't know. Anyway. Didn't happen this turn, anyway. Yeah, apart from that, the world's pretty peaceful. Few settlers going down in South America. We got Mercuria here. We got the Songhai here. We've got the who is it? Where are they? They're nowhere near anymore. But the Khazar are actually over here, heading towards. They headed towards Central America last time. Don't know where they'll go this time, of course. And there's also Indonesia. They're still here. They haven't made their choice yet. They haven't made their mind up. Still just waiting for them to pick somewhere to go. And also we got Denmark starting a siege on Iceland of the Khazar, as they also tried to push in from the north here towards the northern Khazarian city. Big thing to remember though is that Parthia have planes. Nobody else has access to planes, so it should be pretty good time for Parthia, I think, compared to anybody else. And oh no, the war is going to break out again. Qing versus Korea, so we're going to see how this goes. I think Korea have a tech advantage, but Qing have a numbers advantage. Plus they have great war bombers. We don't have any planes on the Korean side of things. Just want to point out, Wallachia and Greece are both still alive, so be interesting to see how well they do. And also Vietnam and Kimberley v Indonesia again. That happened last time too, so that's good. Those three all happened in the same order. Hopefully it does have. I wonder how many turns the AI has things planned out in advance in their heads. I just wonder. It's a question. I'm sure they do have a plan. Obviously other AI can influence things, but I'd just love to know how far in ahead they think, because if they do the same thing however many times, and yep, there we go, that just happened. There we go. Shanghai falls to Vietnam. We'll see if they can push towards Beijing. I was expecting it to happen this time, even though obviously for the last few videos I've been making jokes about it not happening. It finally happened. I don't know what they did, how they took it. Apparently anti-aircraft guns and melee units. Okay, whatever, game. Maybe they are. Am I an idiot? I mean, they obviously are, because they just did it. But really, it just seems a bit stupid. But either way, we'll see if they push on to take Beijing. Vietnam might get involved. Well, they are now involved with Indonesia as well. So we'll see if they get sidetracked or not. Kimberley are helping. Kimberley are pretty strong, to be fair, compared to Indonesia. They've got the Great War Infantry. Problem is, Indonesia's got a ton of units sort of just squeezed onto this island, which will make it tough. But if Kimberley use all these privateers they have, who knows? They might get somewhere with this. That'd be cool to see. The Ottomans are an interesting one. We'll see whether they can make it into that top 10 come turn 400. They do no care. I don't think they will. I was going to check how many civs were alive when the game broke, so I'm not going to do that again while I was talking about the Ottomans. Whether I should be throwing around so many names as potential top 10 civs. Kimberley. Why'd you have so many boats over here? Just out of interest. I have no idea. No one, it seems, is going to get the nukes before the end of the game, which is weird, because normally we always have them. And this game, we're finishing at the same sort of time frame. It's just not happened. We've been on the usual difficulty as well. What are we on? Immortal. I think I normally play on Immortal. Well, I don't play on Immortal, but I normally have the AI running on Immortal. Poland's got planes over here now, and they're starting to push in. We'll see. I would feel bad if I'd be annoyed if they didn't do as well as they did off camera, because obviously they are my pick to win. Don't know if that's possible, but they could still get up there. That'd be pretty cool if they got like top 5. I mean, to be fair, picking a top 5 out of all of these is still out of 43. I think it was 42 in this game, not 43, but still pretty impressive. Congrats, obviously, to anyone in advance who's going to do it. But yeah, there will be Sunday's results video, and then there's going to be, as I've mentioned in the Mongolia videos, a new style of video, new lengths of video, new way of uploading to the channel. I'll put it quickly because there isn't a lot going on right now. Basically, from Monday, we'll be going into 2 videos a day that are 10 to 15 minutes in length, but there'll be 2 a day, across 3 series instead of 2. So there is going to be more in terms of minutes going out. I think per series it might drop a little bit, the number of minutes going out, but there'll be more series. So we'll be going up to 3 instead of the current one, which is 2 series, and then 1 20 or 25 minute video, because I wanted to do more, but I didn't want to make the videos like the 20-minute ones 25 minutes or the 25-minute ones half an hour, because they do get a bit long. Because obviously, as you might know, I have to do all my videos at the weekends, so I do them all in a row basically. So I want to do shorter videos, but more short ones instead of longer long ones, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's gonna be a trial, see how it goes, see if you guys like it, see if it's easier for me or not. Obviously, if it's difficult for me, it's definitely gone. If it's sort of a mixture of being easy for me, but some people don't like it, I may have to compromise a little bit there. But there we go. Mali went freedom. They did that last time, so that's good to see. Parthia are slowly attacking the Khazar here, which is good news for the Parthians. Sorry about that, guys, but we are back. Nothing happened with the game, but there was a noise, so I stopped till it finished. But we can go again now, and yeah, we're about to see the Khazar take over lose their capital. Sorry, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. I mean, Parthia's done a pretty good job here of surrounding it. The Ottomans probably aren't even going to get a chance to steal it because of the river, and that will leave 1 city. There'll be a bit of a race, I imagine, between Parthia and Denmark to take that. Obviously, the Khazar won't be fully dead. They still have Iceland. I'm not sure for how long. And they also have, obviously, their land in eastern Canada, the eastern Canadian coast, which they'll hold on to. But we may see them be exiled out to the Americas too. Obviously, we saw that fate for Polynesia. Maybe we'll see it for them too. And also the Congo as well. They've also got a settler about to arrive in Central America, so we'll see how that goes for them. Maybe they'll do more than we expect. Rhodesia is still staying pretty quiet. I think it's probably too late now to expect them to do anything massive before the end of the game. It looks like they're settling. Vietnam, they're settling for what they've got. Vietnam might make a bit of a push, but they're not really looking at Indonesia right now, and maybe they'll take Beijing, but we know what their AI is like. Qing are starting to attack Korea very slowly. Korea just pieced out with Polynesia themselves, so we'll see how this goes, but I don't think there's going to be too much more going on really. There might be some stuff basically just down here in Indonesia, and a little bit around Europe, dotted around Iceland. You've got the Khazar. Poland have planes. It's about time. I don't think they'll use them. I don't think they're at war with anybody anyway, so very weird. Weirdly quiet game, Poland. I mean, now would be a time, Poland, if you wanted to attack the Khazar, you know, maybe grab something. But I don't think they will, sadly. I mean, see, anyone rooting for Poland, sadly. If you're rooting for the Khazar, that's probably a good thing, so it'll be game over pretty quickly. They're still here. Greece and Wallachia. Yep, that city just fell, which is why the game's sort of slow. There we go. But, pretty big pickup for Parthia with the 7 turns remaining. There's still Wallachia here. They're still going strong. Greece is still here as well. Sicily is still... I wish they'd had a better game because they look like such a cool mod. But yeah, they're here trying their best. We'll see what they can do. Songhai, I feel like, yeah, no one's got very far down the tech tree compared to usual. That's definitely an observation I've made. No one has got as far as they usually do. It's very weird. How you doing? Are you gonna make it? You gonna surprise me, Persia? I don't think so. You still have pikemen, but it's been very cool to see how you sort of developed as a country this game. It's been pretty cool. We've got basically like Afghanistan, Pakistan merged into one. Pretty cool. Next, in between 2 powerhouses as well. Between Parthia and India. I'm surprised you're still alive. I love how India has anti-aircraft guns. on the border of a country that still has pikemen, just in case, just in case they get any sneaky planes. India themselves only have 2 planes. There's fighting around Jakarta. Kimberley's here. I mean, I swear they had a lot more boats than that, but maybe I just counted wrong. Let's see. Vietnam have got Beijing surrounded. Sadly, those submarines aren't going to help, which sucks because they could probably do it than that. Privateer might do some damage though. So don't count them out just yet, but they need to get that anti-air gun because apparently that's the unit they'll be using to take Beijing. If they do even try it, doesn't look like Qing are going to have enough. I don't think Qing will be able to take any of the Korean cities before we reach turn 400. Probably just left it a bit late, like they probably would eventually. Well, probably not enough now. And even saying that, artillery, infantry, Korea might be okay. They've done pretty well, Korea. They took Japan out in the end. So we can be proud of them for that, I guess. Mongolia, is there been any more settling? No, there's still a load of settlers just wandering around South America trying to find a spot. But no one seems to be. Everyone's very picky. Oh no, okay, so the Songhai did settle. I think they settled this city. I think it started with 4 because they might have the social policy thing, tenet of a certain ideology that means your new cities start with 4. You've probably got that. That's all I can say. Mongolia yet to attack anybody, even though all of their armies here very much clustered. A massive cluster. They've got a 20 population city now up here, which is quite impressive. That's one of the biggest cities in the world, and it's in the New World, so that's pretty impressive from Mongolia. I think it's their biggest city, to be fair, all of Mongolia. I don't see any 20s. See, that's 17. Poland is getting really buggy for some reason. Please don't break my game, Poland. We're so close to the end. This city here, another 20 population, but yeah, Mongolia, there isn't that many 20 population cities. There's 21 here, as I say that. 24. There's a few big cities. I know there's probably some massive ones. If I look around, 23, 28. Brussels stopped growing a while ago. 29. Beijing's in the 30s. There's any other huge ones in Africa. There's a couple of 20 plus ones. Mali, Songhai, Ethiopia. Rhodesia have a fair few 20 pluses, but poor Zulu. This city's down to 2. It's the Rhodesian Starve and Missile Fest continues. They're actually prepped to fire now. I mean, luckily they're mobile SAMs, but that would not be a good time for this city. I imagine that could probably get one turned, taken out before the end of this game. So we'll see how it goes, but just hang on. Let's see. What can we do? Oh my goodness, Indonesia. Finally. It's about time you settled. It is about time. I've been waiting for this for so long. Finally, we have an Indonesian city on the west coast. I guess this is like sort of the northernmost part of the US to the west. I know what it's called. Is it Washington State? Maybe it's there. I don't really know. It might be a bit high, it might be a bit low. But it's there. Indonesia have a city on the Pacific coast of the USA. They took their time. Keep forgetting the Kulin took out Honolulu. That's a pretty good city, to be fair. 15 population in the middle of the Pacific. It's kind of useful. Which, for going on to turn 500, obviously you'll be seeing those. What happens eventually. I know I promised to go on with the teams battle before, and I didn't. And you'll probably think I'm lying about going on with this one. I will go on with this one. Problem with the teams one was I forgot to write down the list of mods I was using, which is too long for the in-game list of mods. And yeah, I couldn't get back in again. It's probably a terrible excuse because it probably does show you all the mods, but yeah, I couldn't get back in again. I don't know, maybe I could have just taken a photo or something simple, but yeah, never mind. I feel like something was playing up because I couldn't get back into it no matter what I tried. That was a while ago, but yeah, I will be going on to turn 500 in this one because I've got a full list of all the mods that I need turned on, which ones I need to turn off when I do the Mongolia game and everything. So it's all good. It's all good on that front. Parthia actually now have land in Africa, which is pretty impressive. The Africans have not had the same sort of luck in this game as in terms of expanding into Europe that they've had in my Mongolia game, where most of Europe is either controlled by Spain, Russia, or someone from Africa. There's a race for the final Khazar city in mainland Europe. The city here, 20 population again, Sarkel. I think it will fall pretty soon. I wonder if it will go to if Denmark could maybe take it here, because we'll see. There's obviously Parthian planes doing their job, artillery as well. So Parthia will be doing most of the work. Let's see, it's Denmark's turn now. We'll see what they can do. They might just make it easier for Parthia to take it this turn, but maybe if Parthia can't take it, we'll see Denmark come a bit close. Denmark didn't even attack the city. Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, okay, Iceland just fell to Denmark. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That's more realistic. Iceland in the right hands now. Denmark have had a weird game. I don't even know whether to be happy that they're finally doing something or not, because they've just been so terrible at times. They've got some big cities, though. Pretty impressive. Good job, guys. What else is going on? There's not a huge amount, I'm going to be honest. There's this stuff over here, but Vietnam's taking their time. Korea's just about held off. It's taking ages. Not even... Yep, Indonesia have defended themselves. Kimberley have also seemed like they've defended themselves. It's a bit of a stalemate. Kulin and Kimberley, I don't think ever went to war. They just sort of lived in coexistence with each other the whole game. The Zulu are arriving. I don't know who they're at war with, but maybe Japan. But they are sailing over this way for some reason. Bit weird, but you know, they can do what they want, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah. Parthia did some real damage here, but I wonder if this Norwegian ski infantry, because Denmark will go first. Maybe Denmark will now squeeze in and grab this city. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Towards the late game, Denmark grabbing another city, that could probably not put them in the top 10. I'm going to be honest, it's probably not. I shouldn't get anyone's hopes up who's rooting for Denmark. That'd be harsh, but it would be cool. I mean, people like Poland, who I wouldn't say are top 10, would overtake them if that was the case. Or would, no, still, what am I on about? There are people like Poland who are stronger, who I wouldn't say are in the top 10. Although Poland might be, I don't know, maybe that's a bold assumption, because they've got a lot of stuff, if you think about it. This is like a separate country over here, but it's doing pretty well. Rhodesia just grabbed the Sydney Opera House. As I said in the other game, nowhere near Sydney, but hey ho, it's fine. I feel like it should just be called the Opera House, and then whatever city it's in, even though it is the Sydney Opera House that they've built. I mean, you'd think that maybe it would make sense, but no, it's fine. Still plenty of denouncements going on. 5 turns to go. Actually, maybe 4. 4 turns to go. India, no, you're not doing anything. Korea, are you trying? Are you at war with China, Korea? Or are you just getting involved? I swear like you pieced out. I don't know. But let's see if Vietnam can take this. Their turn does come towards the end, though. Qing, we've got 6 planes. They don't appear to be using them, though. So, maybe they are. Qing are pushing units now into the Korean Peninsula, so we'll see how it goes. The race for Sarkel. It looks as though the Khazar have had their turn. I don't feel like they should have, but the Ottomans' turn, by the way, I think takes the longest out of everybody's. Not sure why. A lot of embarking to be doing. A lot of complex warring with Wallachia to be getting on with, I imagine. But yeah, their turn takes ridiculously long. No one else's takes that long. Even Mongolia's turn doesn't take that long. I might be pushing it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Here's the Songhai, whose turn is going to take ages, isn't it? Yep. No, there we go. Denmark's turn. Oh, this is it. Are those 2 Gatling guns and a cannon going to be enough? No, because Khazar actually killed the Danish ski infantry. Oh, they came so close. But Parthia should take this now. I mean, they've got the Great War Infantry. They're going to go next. I think the Khazar actually had their turn after Parthia last time, which is why I got a bit confused. But I think that's what happened there. Parthia have plenty of planes. They have plenty of battleships up here, which is going to boost their military manpower quite a bit. I don't know if they would have ever had to have used these against anyone. Maybe Britain. They could have used them. Britain might be a surprise contender. I don't want to say they will be up there, but they have a big chunk of land up here, which we keep forgetting about, and they have Britain, which is enough, usually. It's usually enough. Yeah, I think Korea are in this war. I think Korea Oh, that'd be impressive if Korea snuck in and took Beijing. That'd be amazing for Korea. I mean, they're holding off Qing, but yeah, if they took Beijing, that'd be big for score. And yet, Parthia did just grab the city of Sarkel, as we were expecting here. Pretty easy for them. And that should put them up there. Will they come fourth? That's where I anticipate them coming. They might surprise me and finish a bit higher than that, based on stuff like crop yield is going to be massive. They are pretty huge. I think the land area, the map, they look like the biggest on the map, but obviously you've got to consider that Mongolia is separated. They have like a big chunk in Alaska too. It's all sort of separated. But yeah, Mongolia is pretty big too. India is pretty huge, as is Vietnam. Even China, like Beijing, comes with a ton of land. It's a big part of the map. Beijing, it's like the same size as Persia, is what it looks like. Although I imagine Persia's actually a lot bigger. It's just messes with your mind on the old map there. Did the Kulin it wasn't the Kulin, it was the Khazar. Did the Khazar ever finally win? No, they're still looking. Maybe they'll go for the Galapagos Islands there. Discover evolution. Maybe that's what they'll do. Congo just entered the modern era, which is incredible considering this is all of the Congo right now. It's not even on their home continent. Denmark are coming with a settler through the Caribbean towards Central America. I don't know where they're going. Portugal are out here. It doesn't look like they're going to make it before the end. Is anyone else out here? I don't think so. There was a Khazar settler, but there's a Belgium settler. Oh yeah, the Khazar settler's over here. What am I on about? It's going down the coast of South America. But there is a Belgian settler there. If it is needed. If it's used, I'll probably notice, because Belgium haven't settled in a while. But yeah, let's see Beijing. It's the Ottomans' turn, so there's not much you can do right now. Just wait. And nothing's going on. Dang Ottomans. But yeah, I think Parthia's victory, and obviously the crushing of the Khazar completely in Europe with Iceland, is basically the end of any wars there. So it's all just down to East Asia at the moment. It seems like that is where the final few events will go down in this world. So that's fine by me. Beijing is into the yellow. I think Korea did that. Let's see if Vietnam's stupid, Korea may get away with this and grab a city, which would be very impressive. Denmark have just gone order. Communists from Denmark. Who knew? Who knew they could be so foul over there? Foul communists. I don't know. I'm criticizing them just because I'm salty that I had to leave them in the Mongolia game, and now it wants me to join back. Korea, put it in the red. They'll be hoping Vietnam mess up again, and then next turn they should be able to win. Indonesia versus Korea. That's not good, Korea. Oh no, Korea, this could end badly for you. Probably not enough time for Indonesia to have success, but there's actually quite a few Indonesian boats here, which is kind of surprising, because they should probably be at home defending Indonesia. But whatever you want to do, Gajah Meda. That's your name, right? Something like that. I don't know if that's how you say it, but Congo piecing out with Indonesia there. Portugal's turn. They have a settler, but that's about it, really. They have boats like all over the world. They had a weird game, Portugal. They were doing well at one point, but it seems to have collapsed. Oh, okay, Korea's messed up. Korea has angered people. Parthia now declaring war on Korea, which is pretty big. They should be safe as long as Mongolia doesn't join, because even then, like, these battleships, there's only a few, but it won't. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but that wouldn't be helpful, to say the least. Obviously, Vietnam's preoccupied, and China, I think, is at war. China and Korea are at war. But yeah, I don't really know. Mongolia would hurt, but nothing else, because there's nothing else to worry about. Indonesia might get involved, start attacking Japan, but I don't think they'll have time to take any of the cities, which means Korea, I mean, I kind of feel for like Korea, because they've been in a lot of wars, so their military manpower is also going to suck. They're not going to gain anything from that. Same goes for Qing, because they're attacking Korea. Parthia might be down a bit, because they've just got out of wars, but there's not really a way you can counteract that. But you've just got to accept it. There's nothing you can do. It's just the way it is. And Korea didn't quite squeeze in there. Oh, I think Vietnam, sorry, just missed out. I feel bad. Oh, the planes are attacking Seoul. If they lose Seoul before the end of the campaign, like in the last turn, that'd be sad. And if they didn't get a chance to take it back, Congo get freedom, and there we go, no health. So Korea, as long as they don't mess this up, should take Beijing. Although China will go first, so I imagine China will destroy one of these ironclads. Korea just needs to make sure it keeps the other one ready. Yeah, China actually does go first out of everybody. What? How'd it kill both of them? Oh, there's a submarine there. Korea. Oh no, they're here. Korea, don't retreat. You can do this. You could have... Wait, no, Korea can't have retreated. They're different ironclads. But, yeah, I was going to say it's not been Korea's turn. Persia and Egypt v the Congo. Not sure that's the most important of wars. But 2 turns to go. So after this turn, 1 more turn. It'll all be over. You better hope. This is tense. It's going to go down to the wire on if Beijing falls. All the other cities are safe. There's a tiny chance Seoul might fall in 2 turns. I don't think it will. It's very unlikely that we'll see Seoul fall. But Beijing, that's going to go down to the wire. I don't think any other cities are close around the globe. I don't think so. Korea, oh no. Okay, yeah, it looks like Korea's pretty much given up. They've moved their ironclads well away, so it's very unlikely now that they'll take Beijing before the end. But there's a chance for Vietnam to still squeeze in if they get the right units in, but we've already seen them mess up once. Don't be surprised if it happens again, basically. All I'm trying to say. Turn 398. So close, yet so far. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm just staring at this screen. I'm sure you're getting kind of bored, but I don't really know what to do. We're just sort of waiting. Parthia just entered the atomic era. Good job. Still, I don't think anyone got nukes. I don't think anyone's got nukes. There's no one anywhere near, really. Which is weird, because normally quite a few civs have them. But this game, Vietnam have no planes at all, which is impressive in itself. But Rhodesia have the sort of bombers, but they don't have atomic bombs. Maybe just a lack of uranium, who knows? But doesn't look like we're getting them. I don't even know. Oh, the Songhai's planes are over there. No, as long as no big dramatic wars break out towards the end, that's good news, I guess. No, it's not great. Obviously, I'd love some to break out, because if they did break out, obviously I can watch it over the next 100 turns and fill you in on what happens. It's going to be an interesting time, because no one's safe. You know, everyone was pretty safe, except maybe oh! Spoke too soon. And we missed it. But Vietnam just took Beijing, and we found an atomic bomb in Mongolia. I don't know how I think they just magic one up. They must have heard me. The gods heard me moaning about no one having one. It was like, oh yeah, let's give Mongolia one of those. They've probably had it for ages. It's just, I don't really look at all their cities. They have so many. But yeah, there we go. Mongolia did have an atomic bomb, and Beijing has fallen to Vietnam. So Vietnam, it's going to be pretty big for their placing in the rankings. Maybe we'll see them squeeze up into second. I do think Mongolia should win. But you never know. You never know. I think because they've been at peace for so long, they probably will win Mongolia. They're pretty much in a good spot. But anyway, final turn. Here we go. Final 4 minutes of the series. Let's just sort of wait what happens. I think that should be it. There's no chance of China taking Beijing back, but China's hopes of being in the top 10 all but faded. They now consist of Gwangju, which is a 16 population city in Taiwan. These 2 islands they took from Qing. So basically an island nation now, like Indonesia. Don't think they'll be doing too well, but Vietnam starting to look pretty big. Southeast Asia and southern China, basically. I'm surprised China did that well, considering I moved Beijing to allow Peking to be up here for Qing. Kind of surprised. It doesn't look like Seoul's going to fall. It probably could have, but Qing hasn't really used their planes as effectively as possible. No offense, Qing, but you've struggled a bit with that one. Not gonna lie, you haven't had the best of games for what I've seen so far. But new mod, they've done okay for a new mod to make it to the end. Same goes to Sicily's, Wallachia. I think I've used Switzerland before, but Belgium, again. Threw in quite a few new mods for this one. Obviously, Parthia is a big one, and I'm a big fan of them already. How well they've shown in this game. They didn't do so well in the other game, the Mongolia game, but that was because they were sort of, I had to take them out. What else is going on? Is there any other cool mods? We've had the Garamantes do well before, so they're not new. Rhodesia do well if the Zulu don't do well, and they got rid of the Congo. They probably could have done with getting rid of the Congo a bit earlier, but hey ho, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. They may still win. You never know. I think it's going to be closer than we think. I don't think Mongolia is dominant as we think. And obviously, even no matter in the categories where Mongolia are dominant, they only get 1 more point than anybody else. It doesn't matter that they're miles clear, which I guess is a limitation of our victory system, the more you think about it. But we'll ignore that. Let's see, this is when Rhodesia attacked Ethiopia, or Songhai, or something, in the last turn. No, they didn't. But do you have an atomic bomb now? Yeah, you do. You have 2 all of a sudden. See, things finally start getting interesting in the last 2 turns. That sucks, doesn't it? It really does suck. Belgium. It's your turn. Oh, the Mongolian one. Oh no, it's still here next to Parthia. Like, as I was saying a minute ago, some of the civs have felt safe. Like, you knew they were going to make it to turn 400. But I don't know whether Parthia will make it through the next another 100 turns. Because that's plenty of time for Mongolia to bring their army back over. No one has settled, by the way, in the New World, I don't think. All these settlers that were arriving are still having a look around. It's probably what region of the world will look very different. There's actually an atomic bomb in the New World, so I think 2 nukes for Mongolia. And there we have Vietnam with the Pentagon. Pretty cool. And there we go, finally, people with the pointier sticks. There you go. You'd think Mongolia was dominating. Rhodesia, over 10,000 ahead of Mongolia. Is that right? No. Sorry, twice as much, 9,000 more. But anyway, that's going to be it for this series. We'll be back with a results video very soon. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.